first, we want to summarize what has happened in the last month that we've seen in our experience. So the major concerns that I perceived, and you tell me what you perceived, about the NAR settlement was going to be that buyers were going to have to start paying their agents directly, that buyers' agents were no longer going to be able to get paid by the seller, or in general, because buyers wouldn't have the funds to pay them.
Even a lot of buyer agents got really nervous about this whole thing, because a lot of states, they didn't have buyer agreements like we've always had, so this was kind of like nothing really changed for us. But
and that was the second point, was having a buyer agreement before you can go tour a property.
Right.
So what we've experienced so far, any of the offers that we've written, we've been able to get our buyers' commissions have been covered. Any offers that we've received, our sellers have been willing to cover the buyer's commission. The only difference is it's not a predetermined amount. It's clarified on the contract.
Right. So when you have the offer price and then what your deposit's going to be and any kind of seller subsidy you're asking for, there's also a line item for how much the seller is willing to pay the buyer's broker. It's just right there on the front page, super, super easy and upfront. And
it can be countered, it can be discussed, it's part of the negotiation.
And honestly, tell me what your thought is on this. I think that sellers are paying more often.
I do, because here's what I've noticed.
Are the janky brokers asking? Do you think they're asking? We haven't had any offers from any
brokers yet.
The low ballers, the
yeah.
discount brokers who are only asking for like a little bit, or 1%. We haven't had any of those come in. I wonder if they're suddenly like, hey, we're gonna start doing that too. We're gonna ask for more.
I don't know. But here's what's great about it. When I'm meeting with a seller, we only have to talk about one side of the commission. We just have to make them aware that there will likely be something on the contract.
And that you're going to talk about the net.
But the seller, we have to talk about the net. The seller does not have to pre-commit. So sellers are happy about that. Once the offer comes in and they actually have the terms of a contract,
the big
then
picture,
they can decide if they're willing to support the buyer's agent's request for the commission.
I actually like it.
I do too. It's actually worked out really, really well because it's transparent. It's per contract, a per contract decision versus a predetermined number. Our title company, one of the title companies we work with, but the title company that is real estate owned by our brokerage, they do a large number of transactions each week, and they've been tracking this, and they found that 99% of contracts that have come through have had buyer agent compensation above 2%.
Above 2%,
So it's a small sampling. It's only 200 contracts a week, roundabout, but
it's been consistent. Since they've been measuring it, it's been consistent like that. And that's what, when I saw the 2%, like did it say over 2 or over 2.5?
Over 2. When
it said over 2, I was like, they've got to be factoring in the low ballers too.
Because there are some, there's the, but the ones, 1.5, halves,
that's got to be, but interesting.
And then the second thing for the buyers to not be able to see a property without an agreement, I feel this has worked out really well also because now, before you go and show a buyer a property, you have the conversation and it helped them understand what a real estate transaction looks like. You're actually able to consult a buyer before they start the process, so they actually know what's going on. And the buyers that we're working with right now, they are so much more well-informed, they are so much more understanding, and I think that they actually like it a lot more because they feel like they're being guided versus just somebody opening a door.
Exactly.
Which we've never really just been door openers, but at the time when, Zillow would send a lead or something like that and you had to go meet them at the door, that just didn't serve the buyers well.
How has Zillow dealt with this? Are they
doing
made
up a one-page form that
is it enforceable? Like, is it?
I don't think so. And there's some issues. They're all getting that worked out. But all in all, my opinion, so far, we're only a month in, and things change pretty much every few days at this point. But so far, it has been a pretty good process. I think it's benefited everybody, and buyers are still getting their commission covered.
I don't disagree, and like to your point about the buyer consultation up front, instead of just let's go show a couple of properties and then we get real when they find the one. now having that, because you sit down and you do Zoom meetings with them, and it's like anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour where you go through everything, and I get to peek in usually with like an apron on, you know, because I'm in the middle of dinner or something.
Yeah.
But what I'm loving is it's like it's creating more of a bond with them initially, and I feel like doing that, they're more open to communicating exactly what they want, and we're able to like really know exactly what they need, and we're wasting less time, it feels like.
Well, and the buyers are too, because like we talked to a couple buyers that have signed on with us that they had been looking for a while, but every time they went to a property, they had a different agent, and they'd just been aimless. They didn't know what the next step was. They didn't know about pre-approval. They didn't know about good lending versus bad. They didn't understand the process.
Right.
The business of real estate, they had no understanding. Now they do.
And I could understand why then that mindset would be like, why would I pay a buyer's agent? All they're doing is this. It's because that's all they've been doing.
That's all they've
you
been
know,
doing in
to
those
that
situations.
point. Okay.
So all in all, pretty
Deep
good.
Thoughts by Sean and Kelly.
I can't wait till we shoot the fire video. That's coming soon.
I'm gonna have some deep thoughts on that one.
I bet you will. All right. Let's get over to the.
I want everybody to guess and see what we got fired for. Okay, you got fired from Blockbuster when you were what age?
21.
Okay, and you had worked there about how long?
2 or 3 months.
Okay, I got fired from Sears when I was 17, and I had worked there maybe close to a year. I would say 6 to 9 months. Okay, so guess what we got fired for.
That's right. All right. We'll see you on next week's video. Bye.
Bye.